What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. We've got bus stuff for sale. Everything that I'm going to show you is viewer submitted. I haven't even looked at some of this stuff. I'm just going to choose random links and hope that they're cool. If you have something that you would like to share to possibly get featured on bus stuff for sale or lots of lots, throw it in the video request form in the description. I check every single one of them, so it might just get featured at some point. Okay, before we get started, just want to remind everyone, none of these pictures are mine. I didn't list any of these. I don't claim responsibility for any of this stuff, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's choose a random link. Alright, so this first link came from Noah O a little while back, who said, vintage looks like it's been sitting a while, and it most certainly looks like it. The title of the listing is GMC School Bus. It's listed for $1,800 and has been sitting on Marketplace for 30 weeks in Morganfield, Kentucky. And the description simply says, early 50s model bus, $1,800 or best offer. So here is the back of the bus, and immediately we can tell that this is a Blue Bird. I did a video a little while back, I think it was called something like 70-year-old bus in service or something along those lines. But we were able to determine based off of the back of the bus, which is very similar to this, that was a Blue Bird. Plus, I'm pretty sure that there would have been a round Blue Bird plaque down at the bottom right there where that kind of oval shape is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that would have gone there. So, a couple things of note. Take a look right below the center window. You can see it's very faded, but it says emergency door. Of course, stop on signal. And just the rest of the bus, I mean, like Noah said, it looks like it has been sitting a while. For the age, 70 years old, I understand that it's in pretty rough condition. Hopefully, the rest of it looks better. Taking a look on the driver's side, I mean, aside from the rust, it doesn't look like it's in terrible shape. You can see towards the back of the bus that it is severely dented in, and you could kind of make that out in the first picture if you looked close enough. A few other things of note here. Take a look at the stop sign. It's the old kind of paddle sign, all painted over in yellow, so I assume that this bus was repainted at some point. You can kind of see different shades of yellow in here as well. Here's the front of the bus, and I know that this probably is not going to end up being restored, but I honestly think that this would just be a cool piece to put on someone's property just to have there. Just kind of a welcome piece almost. I don't know, it's just a cool design right there. As stated earlier, it's a GMC, which you can see right in the center. Looks like the hood's pretty banged up, but I'm surprised to see that those windshields are still there and not cracked or anything. And the last picture is the passenger side. It looks torn up. Obviously, there's stuff on the inside, but I want to say that maybe I can make out a few seats in there, so this potentially still has all of the seats in there, which would be amazing if it did. Just like the driver's side, you can see towards the back of the bus, it is pretty banged up at the top. And again, I'm surprised that all of the glass is still there and in good condition. So for $1,800, I mean, let's be real, this probably isn't running. This would need a ton, way too much work for anyone to, consider it a running bus or a safe bus at that point. It's a cool piece. Maybe for $1,000, just kind of a yard ornament or something. It's cool, but price is a little high in my opinion. Alright, so the second bus came from Andrew S. This is a really interesting one. It's a 1991 Blue Bird All-American FE. Taking a look at the description, there are 89,823 miles, a Cummins diesel engine, a 5-speed Spicer manual transmission, 72 capacity, overhead racks, high back seats, block heater, air brakes. This bus was fairly specced out. It sold in August of 2018, so I want to know what happened to it. Unfortunately, it doesn't say how much it sold for, but let's take a look at the pictures. Alright, so firstly, there are 68 pictures. There is no way I'm going to show you all of them, so I'll just try and give you a brief overview of it. So take a look. This is bus number 1, and right off the top, you can see the big dragons written on the side. I assume this was a fairly small town and they just wanted to do that, so go Dragons. Here's the front of the bus. Here's the passenger side of the bus. Can I just say I have always been a fan of these doors. I think these belong in Blue Bird All-Americans of this era. I love those. And here's the back of the bus. You can see the stop sign is a little faded. That's okay. One thing I failed to mention is that there is storage throughout the bus, as you can see in these pictures. This must have been used as like a band bus or a trip bus or something. Here's the underside of the bus. You can see it's definitely rusted, but it's nothing too horrendous. Here's a picture of the doghouse. And here's a picture of it open. If you take a look over on the left, you can see the shifter, which was not a very common option in these All-Americans. Here's the driver's area. The seat looks to be in fairly decent condition. There's the Cummins badge, and you can see the older style manual door control, so that's nice. Here's the front of the bus facing back. As stated earlier, this bus has overhead storage, which is always a plus, so there it is right there. And the seats look to be in fairly good condition as well. Here's that 90s style Blue Bird control panel. There's the shifting pattern and a few gauges. Here's the body build plate, date of manufacture, October of 1990, making this a 91. And yeah, there's that one. There's also a video from Big Iron if you're interested in checking this out on your own. I'll try and link it if I remember. But that's a great bus right there. I would really be interested to see where it's at today and what has changed on it. Alright, and the last one we're going to take a look at is from Texarkana ISD Rigs of Rods, who said that this bus is in mint condition, it has cool specs, and that they want to get one for themselves. The title is 1995 International 3800 for sale in Wingo, Kentucky. It ended in December 2019 and sold for just over $1,700. So we are taking a look at a Crown 3800. Right next to it there's a Carpenter Ford B700, which is a good find. So a couple things to note here. First off, there is a jackknife door on this bus. You can also see a black belt, so this was for sure a Kentucky bus. And it looks like the turning signal is a little out of shape there. Here's the back passenger side of the bus. You can also see that there is understorage on there, so that's a really nice feature. We also have arrow turn signals, which I love those. A little bit of scratched paint, that's okay, nothing too bad. And it looks like the paint over the school bus sign might have been removed or not put on all the way. Here's a look at the other side. Here's the inside of the bus. It looks to be in pretty good condition. You can also see towards the middle of the bus that there is a side emergency exit. I believe that is a standard Kentucky spec on Type Cs. And the mileage says it has 17,461 miles. That is probably not true, but yeah. Down here in the description, it says that there's a DT466 in it and that the odometer actually reads 139,766 miles and not the 17,000. So that wasn't anything too crazy. It's a good find, just something a little bit different. I don't think that I've shown a Crown on Bus Stuff for Sale yet, aside from Super Coaches. But yeah. Anyways, that is going to do it. So as always, let me know which one of these you would buy. If it was me, I think I would definitely go with that Blue Bird All-American. Like I said, I love those doors on there. It's fairly unique in the fact that it has the 5-speed manual transmission in there. Something you just don't see all that often in Type Ds. And don't forget that if you have something that you would like to submit for Bus Stuff for Sale or Lots of Lots, video description, the video request form in the video description, throw it there, I'll take a look at it, and it might get featured at some point. Anyways, that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Always do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, or over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, I don't care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or I am never going to show anything that y'all submit again. And make sure you also share this video with a friend, show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy in a random street. I don't care, don't let anything happen to you. So yeah guys, that's going to do it for this video, and thanks for watching.